Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube and my Facebook page. I have no idea what's going on with that sort of stuff. I try, I delete, I add and everything else, but it looks like it's going to my page today and not to my group. But welcome to Technique Tuesday. Technique Tuesday is where I come in, I do a technique, and then I will post a PDF tomorrow that'll show the technique. Now, I'm hoping this turns out okay. Oh, excuse me. I'm hoping that this turns out okay because I actually have gone ahead and I've changed it up in the afternoon. So anyways, I'm just happy that I could be here on my Facebook. So welcome. It's a hot day here in Kamloops. Remember, if you are watching through YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed down below here. And I'm sorry, I have to check where this puppy's gone to. Anyways, make sure that you hit subscribe down below here and hit that bell immediately. So welcome to Technique Tuesday. This is a very old technique and I completely forgot about this technique, but there's another way to do this technique as well. And I thought I'd do it the easy way. I know I'm on early today, but it's because of a prior engagement that I have. Remember, if you are watching this live, and if you don't like it when I talk with different people, just remember that you could watch it on replay and scoot by that part. But I'm honored and humbled by the people that do watch me. Hello, Ina. All right. So we are going to do today, and I'm hoping that this works okay. We are doing the faux burnt wood technique. Now this technique is, like I say, it's a very old technique. And I'm going to show you two different ways of doing it. And I'm hoping that you're okay with me showing one way, and then I'm going to show you the project done another way. So I've got the Peaceful View. Is this not an amazing stamp set? It's a background stamp set. A lot of people don't say, ooh, I don't really like this. This is really one of those amazing stamp sets. It's going to be one of those ones that's very, it's a hidden gem. I really, truly think so. I was lucky that I got this in... I got it at On Stage. Actually, one of my team members got this at On Stage. So consequently, and I apologize if my dog is barking, but you don't want to hear me yelling at her. All right, so I know this is a very old tool. It's a Stamparatus, but you will understand why I'm using the Stamparatus for this particular one. I want to make sure that what we do is, oh my goodness. You know, when you don't want her to bark, when you want her to be good. And I'm just going to see if I can get a couple of toys here where she can just play with the toys. She's, anyways, she has quite the voice on her and she's got quite the strong personality. Anyways, if you have an old Stamparatus, you can go ahead and use the Stamparatus. But if you have anything else, you can use the stamp positioner. It's really okay. You don't need... Yes, this is a great stamp set. Like I say, it's an amazing stamp set. So, yeah, I really like it. So, and yeah, I'm just moving things out of the way because I'm thinking that I'm going to put this dog up on this chair so that I can control her a little bit more. All right, we'll see how well she stays up there. All right, so I do, like I say, I'm going to use a Stamparatus. You can use any kind of a stamp positioner, but I will show you this faux burnt wood technique using this particular one, and then I'll show you how it looks using another one. So it's going to be a fairly easy card. What I want to do is I want to take a quarter piece of cardstock, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put it in this stamp positioner, and I'm hoping that this is, yeah, this is the one. I'm just going to try it here. I want to make sure that I can cut it afterwards and it's going to be within the frame of going there. So we're just gonna, yeah, there we go. All right, so one thing that I do like to do is I do like to have, I like to use repositional tape, because when you use a background stamp, you can't very well use, go in and use any, a magnet in this part here. So I go ahead and just use the repositional, and I've got my magnet. I've got one down here. Now the key to this particular technique is to go and you're going to have some early espresso. Now this early espresso, I have re-inked this early espresso, and it's really important that it's good and re-inked, because you're probably going to go in and stamp this maybe 2, 3, 4 times. So let me just go in, and I'm going to put this right underneath here, and we're just going to go ahead and put this and stamp it really good. All right, and then I do have my Chucky, and I'm just going to rub that, and we're going to get a really good impression on there. Now I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to do this 2 or 3 times. Oh, it's up at the top. That's too bad. All right, so I'm just making sure that that's good in there. And see what I mean by we want to make sure that we've got this really well stamped. And we're going to go in and do that again. And that's the key, is to make sure that it's well stamped. And go that route. And let's see how that's going to go. Well, it's not too bad. By positioning this in such a spot that it's right into the corner, it works quite well. And we're going to go ahead and let's do it one more time. Now, what I could do too, and this looks kind of cool when you do it, so I'm actually going to see if I've got that stamp. All right, so let's just go ahead and get this here. Like I say, this is quite a simple technique. There we go. You know, it's not bad. So I'm going to leave it like that before I go ahead and ruin it. All right. So just put that away. Remember, you can use any kind of a stamp positioner that you want. I am coming down with a silicone mat because we're going to be playing with a bit of water in this aspect. Okay, so I'm just going to cover this up. Now, what I could do is I could put words in here right now. So that might even be a good idea to put some words in there. I think what I might do is go in and use Celebrate. And this Celebrate is from the Beautiful Motifs. And let's go ahead and put that on there. Such a great, I could have actually put that right on with the, I could have put it right on with the Stamparatus. So I am going to put a word on there. Now I think I could use this for a grad card. Now if I could, and I don't know if the cap and gown would go there. Congratulations, graduate. I wonder if that could go on there. I don't know if we're going to use that. I think, anyways, we're going to go back and let's try this again. And just Celebrate. And we're just going to hold that down there. There we go. Now, this is where the technique comes in. Remember that this will be going on my Facebook group, and there's a connection, a link to my Facebook group down there, and it'll be in my file section. Now, we don't have any more aqua painters or any watercolor painters. So what you could do is you could go ahead and you could use a paintbrush, you could do whatever. Okay, so we're just going to take this, and we're going to dab off some of that water, and I am going to come and just do streaks of this, and you'll see how it starts to, that's a little bit too, but see how that's now starting to look like maybe we burnt this, right? And then do want to get that all the way to the edge. And then what we want to do is we want to let that dry. Now I'm going to be impatient, and I'm going to take my heat tool, and I'm going to dry that. Now this, if you can see it, it kind of looks like a sunset, but it does look like it's been burnt. So it's like a burnt background. And you wait till you see this other one with actual like more silhouette-y type images, and it really does look like it's been burnt. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to come in, and we're going to take a paper trimmer, and we are going to cut this. Now I'm hoping that's good and dry, because it will tear if it's not. And I want to cut this down to 3 3/4. So that's okay on that side. So I think I'll just cut that. Now, because it is a tiny bit wet, I'm going to start in the middle and go that way, because otherwise it's going to tear. See how that just tore there? And then what I want to do is, this is going to be by 5 inches. So I'm just going to come, whoops, and cut this from the middle. Now, if you had done this and it was completely dry, you would not have these issues with it. There we go. So now, I see I kind of took that celebrate off. I wasn't paying attention to that. You know what? I'm going to have to do something different, and I will do that, because that's no problem. I am going to come in and actually stamp celebrate on Very Vanilla. All right. I'm wondering if I could do that on this other side of this. Anyways, okay, so then I'm going to layer this onto this Very Vanilla. But before we do that, I am going to show you something that we're going to do with a retiring product, and it's the Timber Embossing folder. So we're just going to go in with the Timber Embossing folder. We're going to put it in here and run it through with the embossing. And I think at that point what you'll do is you will see that it's going to actually act like, it'll look like burnt wood. So we'll come there and see how that's now looks like it's been burnt. Now I don't like how that looked there. So just to show you this one, which it didn't have the celebrate on it. Ooh, and I don't think I could get celebrate on this, but let's give it a try. Because it's been embossed. That was not very smart how that came across. if it doesn't work, what I'll do is I'll just do it on a strip. There we go. Oh, that worked okay. All right, so I didn't like how that went there. So now I'll just put this on here. Now we could go and maybe take this, and we should maybe rough this up a little bit. I've got my early espresso. I have a blending brush. Let's just take the blending brush and just put a tiny bit of that around there. This is just to take the starkness off, that's all. And then let's go ahead and put this under here. See how that just sort of takes it off and takes that starkness out. Now this is absolutely gorgeous, done in Mossy Meadow, and on that beautiful Blooms Designer Series paper as well. But let's show you this, and then we'll go ahead and put this onto some early espresso. So it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. If you have any ideas for some cards to do, by all means reach out to me. I'm going to put some linen thread on here because I think it needs a little bit of something on there. That Celebrate might look better with something on there, and I might change that by tomorrow. Let's just put that over on this side, and we're just going to tie it in a knot. And if it's not tight enough, I'll show you how we can tighten that. Oh, that's not too bad. If it wasn't tight enough, you can take to the back and use some tape on there. All right, so it's just going to go like that. And there's some brand new dots that would be absolutely perfect on here, but I haven't got them yet. I didn't get my pre-order. So it's just like this. And like I say, that timber embossing folder is retiring. And then let's just hold that down like that. And then we do have, excuse me, we have some different colored, oh, those don't go, that's too bad. That's a beautiful, those go along with some other things. We have some metallic, oh, no, these will work. We have these that will work. So let's come in with, just grab a just put some of these. These are the neutral dots, just like so. Pretty masculine, this card, that's for sure. Now on the inside, I think this is where I can put all your hard work is worth it, and that can be as a graduation. This is an online exclusive, this cap and gown, and it's still available. So that's good, especially with graduation season. It's almost done, isn't it? So let's just go ahead and put this on here. And I'm just going to see if I've got that straight or not. You know, I'm going to test it on the back side because it's kind of mucked up. Just see if it's straight. Yep. So just put this on this side. What a great font and everything else there. And then this can just go right here. Now sometimes your simplest cards are probably the most effective. And I find if you're giving it to a male, a lot of times they don't appreciate all the great hard work. So you want to make it fairly simple. Now wait till you see this other one. To me this looks really, okay, so that's your faux burnt technique. Now here is one using the gallery blooms, and so I just used it with the Stamparatus as well. But look how that looks like it's been burnt into the paper. So this is kind of cool how that looks as well. So it just shows you can do it 2 different ways. Now this would be kind of neat to do a sunrise or a sunset sort of scene in there as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. I know it was kind of a fast sort of technique, but like I say, it's one of those techniques that you forget about. And I wanted to also show that timber embossing folio. See how you can see where it looks like the wood on there as well. All right, let's see, what else have we got here? Remember to give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. I don't see too many people on here making comments. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see too many people, but that's okay. Just make a comment, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do that. Remember I will be back tomorrow with a mystery challenge, and you know what? I think we should do a graduation card tomorrow. That's sort of my thought process. So let's see how that works. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I won't do that. I'm not too sure. You know what? It's so simple, right, Ina? It's just so simple. And sometimes simple is, like I say, the best. All right. Remember, if you live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I am doing, it's coming up where I will be doing something a little bit different with people that have made purchases. I will be giving them a card kit, and we might be doing that card kit on the thing. Oh, hello, Lila. That's all right. Watch the replay. I really, truly do appreciate it. All right, I will be back live tomorrow, 3 o'clock Pacific time, doing the mystery challenge. And remember to create